Do you often find it hard to focus? Or are you constantly accused of being lazy when you know that's not the case? Today, we're debunking misconceptions and shedding light on a topic often misunderstood, ADHD. It's not simply laziness, but a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects both children and adults. Unfortunately, it's often mistaken for a lack of effort or motivation. If you can relate to these, stick around as we delve into the 5 signs that you might have ADHD, not laziness. The first sign is difficulty in focusing. Do you find it hard to pay attention during conversations or while reading? People with ADHD often grapple with this challenge, even in the quietest of environments. It's not a matter of wanting to focus and failing. It's about the brain's struggle to maintain steady concentration. This difficulty isn't about a lack of effort or a desire to be distracted. Rather, it's a neurological hurdle that thwarts focus. This isn't laziness, it's a sign of ADHD. On the flip side, do you sometimes focus so intently on one thing that you lose awareness of everything else around you? This is known as hyperfocus, a phenomenon often seen in people with ADHD. Imagine being so absorbed in a task that the world around you fades into the background and hours feel like minutes. It's not about being irresponsible or neglectful of duties, but rather a deep dive into one's interest, so deep that other responsibilities become an afterthought. This isn't irresponsibility, it's a lesser known symptom of ADHD. Another sign is being disorganized and forgetful. Do you often misplace things and forget about important dates and deadlines? This may be due to ADHD, which can make it challenging to organize tasks and remember information. It's not about being careless or negligent. Rather, it's about struggling with executive functions. This involves managing time, paying attention, switching focus, planning and organizing, remembering details, and doing things based on your experience. This isn't carelessness. It's a sign of ADHD. Impulsivity is another sign. Do you often make decisions without thinking them through? You see, folks with ADHD tend to leap before they look. This isn't about being carefree or spontaneous. It's about acting on a whim, sometimes leading to unintended consequences. This can create friction in personal relationships and even professional settings. It's like having a thought train with no brakes. Remember though, it's not recklessness or lack of discipline. It's an element of ADHD. This isn't recklessness. It's a sign of ADHD. Lastly, do you find it hard to relax? And are you always restless? This restlessness isn't just about constantly moving your body. It's also about that mental itch, that urge to always be doing something, thinking something, exploring something. It's as if your mind is a race car in the red, always revving, ready for the next lap. There's often a struggle to just be, to enjoy that quiet moment without the mental chatter. Remember, this isn't being fidgety, it's a sign of ADHD. So, those are the 5 signs. Difficulty focusing, hyperfocus, disorganization, and forgetfulness, impulsivity, and restlessness. These aren't badges of laziness or lack of willpower, but potential markers of ADHD, a neurodevelopmental disorder. If you've noticed these patterns in your life, it's not a sign of personal failing, but a call to understand yourself better. If you identify with these signs, it might be a good idea to seek professional help. Remember, understanding is the first step to acceptance, and only with acceptance can there be recovery.